Facebook. Hey everyone, it's Wellness Wednesday and my name's Wendy Kohler, and today I'm going to go through with you some of my favorite top tips for surviving the transition into back to school and through the back to school season. Now you'll want to tune into this if you are a parent, a grandparent, if you are a daycare provider or a teacher, because these tips are going to apply to you too, or if you know any children. And actually, healthcare workers, this is definitely for you as well, and just anyone who wants to transition into the fall season with good health or better health than last year. Just want you to think about for a second. Hey, Canelda, thanks for jumping on. Last year and how you did at the end of September into October into November, because we need to build up our health over time and stabilize our immune system as we start to head more indoors into the fall, and we're around a lot more germs and a lot more of the things that affect our body, stress and sugar included. So today I'm going to go through those tools and tips with you. I guess for Instagram TV this is going to end up being too long, but I will post this to YouTube afterwards and you can follow me there. I have a lot of great videos. And tag someone on this post or comment on this video, and I'm going to be sending out after, I'll take a little inventory afterwards, but a peace roller. Where did I put it? Peace touch roller for those who are tuning in or tagging or commenting. All right, because we want to pass the word on and help other people survive this back to school transition. So I'm going to go through a lice recipe as well, because nobody wants those creepy crawlies, and an anxiety or worry away roller blend for you, so that those of you who are already using essential oils can create a practical tool for yourself or your kids, or gift them to the teachers that are taking great care of our children, because they need a little love too with essential oils. And a lot of my customers are actually healthcare workers, teachers, definitely parents, and daycare providers. So they all need oils. Okay, so let's just start off first thing. We want to make sure our immune systems are functioning well and our children's immune systems are functioning well. We've probably been a little bit out of routine this summer. Maybe we're having more s'mores, maybe we're having more ice cream, maybe we're not getting the right amount of sleep that helps support our body, and all of these things affect our immune system function. So we want to be able to support our kids, and a few of the tools that I use for that. Number one, we always make sure that we're using our On Guard products to wash our hands with, and I love the foaming hand soap. And what's the first thing you say when your kids get home from school? Go wash your hands, right? You don't want all that grimy grossness there. Or if you're a healthcare worker, you know you're washing your hands a gazillion times a day. But the On Guard foaming hand soap is a fantastic tool. They get home from school, they wash their hands. The On Guard is extremely effective off killing those things that you don't want in your home, and you can transition to your evening. Okay, so that's one thing. Using the On Guard product line for cleaning our hands. Clean hands are a great way to keep our immune system up. One of the things that I do with my kids every day, and I have so many products on my desk right now. Oh, where did I put them? Oh, is you give my kids, when we're transitioning back to school, On Guard beadlets, one per day. Okay, there are 125 teensy tiny, is that a word? Teensy tiny little beadlets, a partial On Guard drop, can't really see it on Instagram, in these capsules. I have my kids swallow them. They're very cinnamony if they were to bite them, but taking one of these a day is going to help give them that on-the-go immune system boost. I use them when I'm traveling. I usually take one a day. Actually, my kids don't just do this when they're back to school. They take an On Guard beadlet almost every day, because nobody has time to get sick in the summer either. So I'm gonna take mine now, but I usually take the bigger version if I'm traveling or require some more immune system support. So 120 of these are gonna last you, if you're good at math, about 4 months. Great for teachers too. On Guard beadlets, good on the go. Because our On Guard immune system or protective blend is helpful to support the immune system by providing antioxidants and helping our body fight off threats. And that's like germs in our environment, that's bacteria, that's viruses, and so on. So On Guard beadlets every single day without fail as you transition into the fall. Okay, what's next? Our On Guard roller. So a lot of our essential oil blends come in a roller format, and you're just gonna roll this on your children's feet every single morning before they go to school. So leave it by your front door, that's your little tip. and when they get home from school or in the evening as you're settling into bed. You want to make sure you're applying that, and you're also diffusing On Guard essential oil in your diffuser. And remember, doTERRA's essential oils are far more potent than what you're going to find, far more pure, far more efficacious than what you're going to find at like a health food store or definitely like Walmart. So in your diffuser, you only need 4 to 6 drops of essential oil at a time. And our On Guard immune system boosting blend, or our protective blend, helps to cleanse the air, kill off stuff that we don't want affecting our immune system, and brighten mood as well. If someone develops some respiratory issues, cough, cold, congestion when they're at home, you can add in our Easy Air or Breathe blend. And it's a beautiful blend of airway opening, congestion clearing essential oils that is just smells like mint and eucalyptus and is fabulous. And the adults who are connecting with me right now are those who have seasonal allergies. They're starting to get you, right? Itchy mouth, itchy throat, watery eyes, congestion, coughing, sneezing. Your Easy Air, or in the US it's called Breathe, blend is a valuable tool to help you combat that. The 2 of those in a diffuser, wonderful in the winter, especially in the evening, to calm things down and support the immune system. Okay, what's next? So I touched a little bit in the beginning about diet, but you want to really start, even though school's not for 2 more weeks, you want to cut down on sugar. I know, they're going to kick back. They're going to be like, no, I want this, I want that. My kids too. We were in Newfoundland last week, and there was way more sugar than we would normally have. And I can see it in their behavior. I can see it in their sleep. And definitely, if we weren't using our On Guard and our other essential oils to support our immune system, I bet they would be sick this week. So reducing sugar and starting to cut back, reverting to more natural sugars like fruit, okay? Hey, Carrie, thanks for jumping on, is going to help the immune system function better. Sugar depresses the immune system. And that's especially processed sugar. That's white sugars, white breads, white rice, all of those. If you want to use a more natural sugar, you can turn to honey. In our house, we use xylitol. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to hearing those. But start cutting back on that and increasing your vegetable content with the kids, because you're going to want them to have fruit and vegetables in their lunches every day. And if you need some lunch tips, make sure you check out my Instagram page and my Facebook page, because I've been posting all this week tools for lunches, organizing back to school clothing, creating organization zones in your home as tools and tips to help you transition back if you're a mama and a papa. Okay, what else? Sleep. Let's get back into a sleep routine. Sleep is so important for our body to heal, to function, for our immune system to function, and for those developing brains. So if I were you, I would start reeling back that bedtime. If your summer bedtime has been later, start to peel it back. Maybe it's just 15 minutes a day, but over the next 2 weeks, you can transition to a bedtime that suits your children. And I was pulling up some statistics. Young children, ages 3 to 5, so if you're starting kindergarten, they need 10 to 13 hours of sleep a day. And if you have to get up at like 6:30, 7 a.m., you're going to want them to get into bed at an appropriate time. School-age children, ages 6 to 13, so this is where my 2 fit into. They need 9 to 11 hours of good, solid sleep each night to be able to develop and function well as support their immune system. And Carrie asks, xylitol, where would you find it, liquid or powder? So xylitol, it's XYLITOL. It is a natural sugar that is from wood derived, and you can usually find it in the health food section of stores. I like getting the little packets of it if there's no sucralose or aspartame or any of those dangerous sweeteners in it, and I like to substitute it one for one in sugar. Now I've been going without sugar in my coffee and such lately, but that's something you can transition into and use it in your baking as well. Okay. Transitioning to bedtime, Carrie's asking, and I was going to talk about this anyway. To start to get this routine for bedtime at night, I recommend that you apply Serenity or lavender or vetiver to their feet in the early evening, not afternoon, I mean maybe afternoon. Start applying the oils to their feet, start diffusing lavender, Serenity, cedarwood, frankincense, any of those calming, relaxing options. Peace, console, start diffusing them in the evening to get that wind down approach, help that limbic system just start to calm and relax. And this week with dōTERRA, August 19th to 23rd, they do have a sale on lots of the items I'm talking about today, which is totally amazing and coincidental, but Serenity Essential Oil, both in the US warehouse and the Canadian warehouse, is 25% off. And for our customers, that's an even deeper discount than for anyone who's not with dōTERRA yet. So Serenity Essential Oil, one of our faves. Where did I put it? Is it on my wall? I have so many products on my desk right now. I don't know where I put it, but it's this beautiful lavender base. Yes, I do, it's right here. Essential oil, it's a blend, super popular with parents, with people with babies. I love it for stress and anxious feelings or when I'm traveling. All around a gorgeous aroma that helps to calm the nervous system so you can settle your body down to get a better, more restful, deeper sleep. Okay, so that's Serenity. You can also apply balance to the feet each night for your children and in the morning to help focus and balance their day and help their brain assimilate information more. So if you have a child who struggles with focus and concentration, and I think that that's all children for those first few weeks of school, then balance on the bottom of the feet every morning, especially the big toe, is a great practice, a daily practice to get into. And you're like, how are my kids gonna put on all these oils, Wendy? Like, I don't have time for this. Well, pick one or two, maybe three of the things that I'm saying today and just start implementing them. And how you're gonna do that is put the oils where you're gonna use them. My kids have a few oils lined up in their bathroom. That way they know. They brush their teeth with their On Guard toothpaste, they put on their oils. At night, they brush their teeth, they put on their oils. And the rest is sort of what I help do. And then we leave some by the door too, okay? So when they're ready to go out the door, if they've forgotten or we're in a rush, we oil up. And as you guys know, I keep oils everywhere and in my purse and all that. And my children, actually for the last year and a half, 2 years, whenever the kids kit came out, they carry the entire kids collection to school with them in their backpacks. I'm not kidding. And some of you are gonna say, well, what about the scent policies, blah, blah, blah. I have never had a problem with them, and my kids use them in the classroom or outside of the classroom. These are not synthetic. They are not going to cause a headache or any kind of allergic reaction in a classroom setting. So, and if there's any issue with that, then you want to sit down with your teacher and have a conversation and say, listen, Jimmy has a hard time sitting down and focusing. He has ants in his pants. I have the Jimmy. And so I want to use Thinker to help him focus in class. Can we figure out how to do this? Okay, so Thinker is one of those blends that helps with focus. So is Intune, and both are on sale this week. Intune is a more, it's a stronger aroma. I like this for adults. I love Thinker for kids and adults. Whoops, knocking stuff out. So Thinker you can just apply to their temples or the back of their neck before school or on recess breaks, or if they have any special room that they get to go to at school. So that's Thinker. Kind of bouncing all over. Hope that's okay. Let me go back to one more product that I have that you absolutely want, no matter what, if you're a parent or not. On Guard hand sanitizer. You probably already know if you've been following me or if you're in the natural health world that hand sanitizers are horrible for you. There are a lot of toxic chemicals in them and they deplete the good bacteria that you have on your skin too. So I was so thrilled, and so was basically everyone in dōTERRA when dōTERRA came out with this hand sanitizing and surface sanitizing mist. And it's just one little pump in the hands, rub and go. So guess where I keep this in the kit? Guess where the kids keep this in their backpack? Last year, both of them were in portables. They didn't even have access to a sink. That's so not fun to eat like that. So this goes in their lunch bag. They open up their lunch or snack bag, they spritz their hands, then they move into whatever they're doing with their food, and they can use it after the bathroom or anytime their hands are yucky. So, hand sanitizer. If you are going out after school and there's no time for them to wash their hands, that's what I recommend as well. Hand washing is always the best option because that mechanical rubbing helps to get rid of the stuff on your hands too. Okay, so we've covered a little bit about sleep, a bunch about immune system, a little bit about reducing sugar. Sleep, did I mention that? I did. Let's talk a little bit about nutrition. So we want to do balanced nutrition for back to school. And for me, this is so much of a challenge. School lunches are like the bane of my existence. And I can't believe the summer is already over and I have to start thinking of this again. So check out my Facebook posts or my Instagram posts for nutritious lunches and things to plan. But I have a vegetarian daughter, and we eat a lot of nuts at home, and we can't eat that at school. And I don't really give them a lot of processed things. They don't get packaged stuff. So we do a lot of fruit, a lot of cut up vegetables. We do hummus. We do sandwiches, but those are a challenge because my kids don't really eat sliced meat. They just don't like the texture. And of course, the other one's a vegetarian. So chickpeas we send. Sometimes we send sushi rolls, just stuff that parents, if you haven't gotten your kids to start making their own lunches yet, we started at like 5 years old. Start at least one thing. Have them pack one part of their lunch so that you're not the one totally responsible for it, and they get to choose things that they'll actually eat. And then if it comes home, well, that's what they're having for dinner or for their snack in my household. So cut up fruit, cut up vegetables, make sure you're washing your produce with your lemon essential oil in some water, or spritzing them with your vegetable spray that you can simply make with water and lemon oil and a titch of baking soda to get all the pesticides off. If you want to include a treat, homemade is usually an amazing idea. Of course, do nut-free, but send some oatmeal muffins, or send some banana bread or something like that, and get them eating nutritious food at school. Yogurt is good if you children are not lactose intolerant. And I usually include, although my kids have now this year moved on to the adult version of our probiotic, but in their lunches you could include your probiotic powder. And it's just like, it's like this little pixie stick. This is empty now because we've had them all. And it's delicious tasting, and it helps them get their probiotic into them. So packing them their lunch, they like opening the wrapper. They think it's pretty cool to show their friends. Then they're more likely to eat it and use it. So some lunch tips, follow along on my Facebook page or Instagram for more. And again, if you're following this broadcast now, make sure you comment on the post. I'll be giving away a peace roller at some point, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, or you catch me on YouTube afterwards. What else can I tell you? Clothes. Today, this morning, my kids, right now actually, are going through their school drawers and checking out, do their shirts fit? Do their pants fit? Do they even like this shirt anymore? Are they wearing them? If not, we have a donation pile, and we have a hand-me-down pile so that we can pass the love on. We get a lot of hand-me-downs too, and I totally love and appreciate that. Then we're not always buying new, saves on budget, and there's a lot of garbage and textiles in the world, so I do like to hand things down and receive hand-me-downs too. So have them go through that and take ownership. And I said to my kids, because their drawers, they're not very big drawers, and they're full. I said, I can't buy you another pair of back-to-school pants, so I buy them a couple pairs, because I can't fit anything more in your drawer. So if you want another pair of pants and we need to go shopping, then you're gonna have to empty them. And I don't really, I make them do the work, because then they're more committed. It's not me making the decision and them saying, I don't even like that shirt. So make sure that you're going through, I would do it now or over the next few days, even if you just did a drawer at a time, so that it's not like the day before school and all of a sudden all their pants are floods and everyone's frustrated and frazzled, okay? So that's a little bit about clothing. There's lots of great places you can donate your clothing to. Just look them up in your area, and lovely families would love to receive that. We're also going through their school supplies in our home, as in my Facebook post and my Instagram post on organizing centers in your home. We have a command center. So they each have a school drawer that fits their backpack, and every day they know they get their backpack out, they pack their lunch, their schoolwork, whatever they need. And then at the end of the day, they come home, they undo their lunch bin, they wash them. I'm not washing those things for them. Get into the habit of that. It will make your life so much easier, even if they don't get all the stuff out. It's a good pattern. And then they put their stuff back in so that stuff's not flying all over. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, and it usually needs a little reconditioning at the beginning of the school year, but it's so worth the effort, okay? Nervousness. Oh no, let's go over lice first. So lice, you don't want it. It's yucky. Here's a recipe that you can use if you're using a small spray bottle like this one. I think this is 2 ounces. I would use 10 to 15 drops of tea tree oil, also known as melaleuca oil, and definitely I only recommend dōTERRA with this, and about 5 drops of clove or On Guard, because those little critters, they're starting to adapt, but they don't like clove or tea tree. And what you want to do is just spritz it on the back of their head in the morning, spritz their hats, and in the winter, you're gonna do their winter hats too, and just have them put it in, okay? You can also put 1 drop of tea tree, oh, water is the other component to this. Just water, it's that simple. Tea tree, clove, water. You can also put a drop of tea tree in their shampoo or conditioner and wash that in, and don't worry, they're not gonna smell like tea tree forever. So that's a solution we've been using. If you do get lice, there are natural ways to get rid of them. Talk to me if you have that problem. It's a bit tedious, but it's possible without all the chemicals. Ooh, I'm getting itchy just thinking about it. Worry, anxiousness. I'll just give you a little tip here. I don't even use the word anxious or anxiety in my home because I don't want my children to, you have to be careful with the language you use. If we're using the words like, are you anxious? Do you have anxiety, and they're 4, 5, 6 years old, they're like, these butterflies in my stomach, so maybe I have anxiety. So just be a little cautious in your wording, and this is not a judgment at all. In our household, we choose not to use that word, anxious or anxiety, and we just say, are you nervous? Are you excited? Because guess what, guys? The body does not know the difference between anxiousness and excitement. It's the same chemicals that are released, that same butterflies in the stomach phenomenon. So if my kids are nervous, and I know when they're nervous, one gets more than the other, I'll say, wow, isn't it cool how excited you are? And just flip their mindset a little bit. I remember being, well, see, now I can look back, and when I was in competitive swimming, and right before the gun was gonna go off in our races, I had massive butterflies. I could have said, I'm anxious and I have anxiety, or I could have said, wow, I'm really excited. I'm gonna use this in my body to get me going further. So just be a little bit mindful of language and labeling and that sort of thing. But a worry away roller blend that I love, and I often give this away at my classes, is in a 5 ml bottle. See if I have one. Yep, of course I have one. 5 ml bottle. You can use 5 drops of balance and 5 drops of serenity. If you want, add a couple of drops of wild orange or citrus bliss, and this is gonna help reduce anxious feelings. It empowers them. They can take it to school. They can roll it on their heart, pulse points behind the ears, back of neck, just roll it in their hands and breathe it in. If they've got a lava bead bracelet or some kind of watch that they wanna put something on that has a cloth band. And another one that I love is Brave. This is our Courage blend. It's part of the kids collection. The entire collection is 25% off this week. And it helps them feel more courageous, more self-confident during activities, before activities. So if you've got a little worrier, equip them with some Brave. They can use it. It's easy. My kids love them. And you'll feel better that their little Jimmy at school has an option to turn to when he's feeling nervous about something, okay? So this whole kids collection is phenomenal. The other ones that are in it, an oil called Calmer, you can use that for sleep or calming anxiousness or calming the after school crazy or before school crazy. Steady is another one. It's our grounding blend. It helps them center and get focused for their day. Stronger, you can use this instead of On Guard or in collaboration with On Guard. This is our protective blend for kids. Super great on sensitive skin or little ones. And it smells delicious, and they would use this on their feet or back of neck. It's lovely. So I'll alternate between those, that and On Guard. And Rescuer, I always want to call it Soother, but Rescuer, it's our soothing blend. Any bumps, bruises, scrapes, they're bound to happen. Chances are they're getting into new shoes and they're going to be a bit big, so there's a lot of falls in those first couple of weeks of school. Rescuer is going to help those boo-boos, any muscle pain, any tension, and you can use it too. So the whole kids collection, either in the US warehouse or Canadian warehouse, is 25% off until August 23rd. If you need help with that, just reach out to me if you're not already a dōTERRA customer. When we're speaking about kids and easy to carry oils and you don't want to be mixing in the moment, what I love is the Touch Kit, it's called. It's the top 9 oils in roller bottles so that you can use them on the go, and they're pre-diluted and ready to go. So this is one of them. This is called Zengest or Digest Zen. This is if they have any digestive issues, constipation, diarrhea, upset stomach. You know, when your kids say, I don't feel good, mommy, and maybe it's related to food, but maybe they're just nervous or maybe they're just trying to yank your chain, I roll that one on their bellies and it works really quickly. So in that kit, that one's also 25% off this week. Lavender, peppermint, frankincense, tea tree, Zengest, Easy Air, that's our breathing blend. On Guard, oregano, a powerful tool when you do come down with something. And Deep Blue, our muscle and joint pain blend. So if you like stuff on the go, if you want to keep things in your purse or in your school bag or in your teacher corner at school, then the Touch Kit is phenomenal. One of the things you want to do during back to school is give yourself and your kids some grace. It's going to be a little bit hairy. Rely on good nutrition if you can. Rely on your oils. Diffuse the entire time. As soon as you get home from work, hit that diffuser and keep it running all night. It doesn't really matter what you put in it, but just get something in there to affect their mood and emotions and their immune system. And here's my most favorite thing I want to talk about today, and then I'll wrap up. Mito 2 Max. If I could put hearts around this, if I had a big enough hand, I would. Mito 2 Max is something that I take every single day. I take one in the morning on an empty stomach with my Terrazyme, and sometimes one in the afternoon if I'm tired. Here's why you want this. Because if you feel tired, sluggish, if you have adrenal fatigue, if you are just like feel like you're dragging, or maybe in the mid-afternoon you are tired, this should replace your coffee, or you can still have your coffee, but this is going to increase the energy in your body, all right? It helps to support your mitochondria. Those are your little workhouse, powerhouse structures in your cells that keep the body going and provide it energy. Just try them. I swear you will feel a shift within the day, if not two. And this is something I no longer go without. I had 2 left and my order came in today and I was like, oh, thank God, I don't want to feel tired. Because I'm busy and so are you and so are your kids and life is busy. But I know we all want energy to be there, be present, attend the things that we need to. And so Mito 2 Max is a wonderful supplement to help support you in that, especially if you're traveling, especially if you are busy. Like, who's not busy? I don't know, not a non-busy person. Busy is like the thing. How about life is full? My life is really full. I use Mito 2 Max to help me with my energy during my full days. So I think, oh, yep, I keep saying one more thing. While I have you, I wanted to just tell you quickly about one of the Symphony of Cells protocols that you can use on your kids over the transition back to school, or anytime they're struggling a little bit with their immune system or just anything. It's called the basic protocol, and it's just a 4-oil protocol. Super simple to do, and I teach classes on this, so tune in or attend one if you're in the local Barrie area. But you're gonna apply 4 different oils to the spine and the feet with some coconut oil to get the oils into them and support their body. So let me just tell you the oils. If you have a pen, write this down. If you're missing one of the oils, that's okay, but eventually get it. You can still do the technique. As have fun page. Basic protocol. La 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 la. I use it with some kids all the time. Frankincense, tea tree, aroma touch, it's also called massage blend, and peppermint. Okay, those 4 oils make up the basic technique, and you'll apply the frankincense to the shoulders, have them breathe it in, and apply it to their feet. Then you'll apply the tea tree all over their back, so you use about 2 to 3 drops depending on the size of the child, rub it into their back, and apply to the feet. The aroma touch, same thing, 2 to 3 drops, rub it in the back, and then the feet, and then peppermint. You do the same thing. Now, if you're looking at an infant, obviously, or a toddler, you would just use 1 drop, and you make sure you're using carrier oil. If you have questions on that, just reach out to me. I know sometimes people have questions about dilution. The basic technique is like a godsend if you are struggling with anything with your kids. It can deal with anything from earaches, cold, congestion, fever, headache, pink eye, body aches, flu, stomach aches, asthma, croup, diarrhea, whooping cough, immune support, sore throats, RSV, anxiety, stress, vomiting, hand, foot, and mouth, and more. So the basic technique, Symphony of the Cells. I should demonstrate for you guys one time on a live. So there's a sale on this week on lots of these products that I mentioned. I'll follow up on my Instagram and Facebook with this, with what's on sale. If you're interested, if you're already an account holder, you get an additional 25% off. You're already 25% discount. If you're brand new, you can purchase retail and you'll get 25% off the products. Or if you're ready to get started with your wholesale account, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. I do free consultations if that interests you. And what I do is I work with people on a one-on-one basis or with them and their families to help create a simple to follow, easy, effective plan to help you take your health to the next level, whether that's sleep, digestion, pain, headaches, you know, any kind of thing. I even work with people with complex medical issues to help them solve their issues as well. dōTERRA is a phenomenal product and a phenomenal company to work with. So yeah, that's why I've been doing this for 3 years now, helping people. And definitely my health background helps me have a stable foundation to speak to you and help you with. So I hope you've enjoyed today's session on back to school tips for transitioning. Kids kit, On Guard products, just get the oils onto you in stressful, busy times. Sometimes we forget, so put them in places where you're going to see them, where you're going to use them. And don't forget to comment below, and in a couple of days time I'll have a peek at all the different comments and pick a winner of the Peace Touch Roller Blend that is somewhere on my desk. Here it is. Roll it on your feet. Peace. Yeah. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.